All right, one of the way that the government today at different levels are trying to buffer and get more revenue is, of course, taxes. And Kaduna State has just recently increased its drive and introduced some new administrative strategies for increasing its internal revenue. We have joining us now to share some of that with us and some of the loopholes or observations they have made so far. The executive chairman of Kaduna State Internal Revenue Service, Mr. Jerry Adams, joins us obviously virtually from Kaduna State. Mr. Adams, good morning, and thank you so much for your time. Perhaps you should start by sharing with us when you started this new drive and how successful or unsuccessful it's been so far. Mr. Adams, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good morning.
Can you please come again?
Okay, so I was asking, since you started this new drive of increasing your IGR, how successful or unsuccessful and some of those hitches you have discovered along the way?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say that when this new administration, the administration of Senator Obasani came into office, he gave us a marching order on the need to improve the revenue generation in the state so that we can be less reliant on the allocation from the center. So I now pass this message down to my team of the executive management team and the entire staff. And we started working assiduously on the need to improve the revenue generation. Yeah, actually we had, before then there were hitches on leakages, on corruption and so on. But this time around we have ensured that we are working on blocking the leakages through automating our services completely, monitoring the automation and proper supervision of the automated processes. So this is what is ongoing at the moment. In the first 6 months, at the end of 2023, we are able to get to the 60 billion mark. For the first time, Kaduna State is generating and collecting the sum of 50 billion. It shows that there is a significant improvement from where we are coming from.
So, Mr. Adams, I mean, I'm kind of curious at this time. These are hard times for Nigerians, and this is when you're revving up your revenue generation, tax generation, from the same individuals who are finding it difficult. As a government, how do you balance this?
Well, the governor, our governor, Senator Obasani, we have known for long as being a comrade. He's someone that has fought for the emancipation of the masses. So his policies, some of the first earlier policies he came up with are people-friendly policies. First of all, he discovered that over a lot of millions of Kaduna State indigents are financially excluded. So he signed the financial exclusion bill into law and ensured that over 2.1 million poor and vulnerable people who were hitherto excluded financially, who have never been to the banks, who have been trading without any form of support. So these people were enumerated and were captured, and they will be given one form of support or the other. And other government policies that has a lot of human face have been implemented. In his first 100 days, he did a lot of things. So this endeared a lot of people to his administration, and it increased voluntary compliance in the areas of tax payment.
So we know that Kaduna Internal Revenue Service is the sole collector of revenue in the state. Talking about harmonizing the system, it's something, I mean, even here in Lagos, talk about multiple taxation because you have different agents. Share with us how you're able to do that and not just start it, but to sustain it.
Well, let me start by saying that in 2016, let me give a brief background of how it started. In 2015, there was this tax reform under the regime of His Excellency Governor Nasir El-Rufai, and all our taxes, levies, and fees were codified and consolidated. And that brought about the Tax Codification and Consolidation Law 2016, later amended in 2020. These laws provided the framework for what we are doing now, although we have improved on it significantly, and the collaboration between all the revenue-generating agencies, local government, and so there is active collaboration. We meet intermittently to look at gray areas, to look at areas where we are having issues with a view of resolving them. This has helped us a lot in these reforms and in this in the subject matter at the moment.
So earlier you talked about, the leakages, corruption, and we know that these are factors that take away trust in the system. A lot of people don't believe that paying tax is of any good. Now, how do you convict or convince your people in Kaduna State that indeed these leakages have been blocked, and show them that the tax you pay goes this or goes that? Because that would be a way to win their trust.
Yes, okay. First of all, I'd like to tell you that we have developed a system where we have a self-service system where you can self-assess yourself and pay your taxes without interfacing with the revenue, with anybody from the revenue agency. So this has shown a lot of transparency, and like I said earlier, with all the projects that His Excellency has done in his first few days in office, it has given people hope to trust the government with their taxes. A lot of infrastructures have been built in a little time. So this has also helped in endearing the people, the populace of Kaduna State to the government. And a lot of sensitization is being done by the service. There has never been a time in the history of this in the history of the Kaduna State Internal Revenue Service where this sensitization have been done the way we are doing now. We are doing mass sensitization. We are sitting with corporate bodies. We are sitting with market women. We are sitting with all sorts of people to tell them what we are doing and why they need to pay tax, and to also educate them on that there's a symbiotic relationship between tax payment and development. If you pay your taxes, it will be plowed to build infrastructures, to improve healthcare, to build more schools, and to attract investors. And once we attract investors, a lot of job opportunities will be created, and more people have been dragged into the tax net, and these monies again are now plowed back again to development. You see, so it's like a merry-go-round stuff. So this has, to a large extent, endeared the people of the state to paying tax.
All right, thank you so much.
We're working on improving on that.
All right, Mr. Jerry Adams, thank you so much for sharing your strategy in Kaduna State with us, Executive Chairman of Kaduna State Internal Revenue Service. And we wish you the best as you try to build on your success.
Thank you so much.